Hello once again, and welcome to another talk. This is talk three for week six, still under chapter three. For this talk, this is going to be about data collection and data analysis, which still falls under chapter three. But just very briefly, I have received your peer evaluation, no? Dili ni tanan section kasagara sa inyo have submitted through online and katong dili you have to submit it through papel, no? So nana ko'y na-receive dire. So far I think your evaluation based on the summary medyo okay siya, pero kanilang no nga bisan nga mao mo gini siya mahitabo kung wala ang maestro. Ang tuyo gid ani is for you to send sa ako kung unsa inyong problema, unsay comments sa inyong mga kagrupo, no? Pero bisan sa paghatag og comments, nangopya lang gihapon ta. So ako ipakita that these are two separate papers kani, no? I will not show the name of course, two separate. And this is their feedback on number two. Tingnan lang ko kung pareha ba jud. Our team member who volunteers to help others when they are overwhelmed of offers constructive can enhance team cohesion. Okay? Kani siya nga papel. O puti man go dili maklaro. Okay, here. Okay? Now, kaning isa kay yellow nga papel. Ang yellow nga papel, o sige, istorya. A team member who volunteers to help others when they are overwhelmed or offers constructive feedback can enhance team cohesion. No? So, kopya ra gihapon. No? So, may bot ko sa botan eh. Kita, wala pa dyan tayo na katunan kung saan na to pagkaton gyud nga honest nga pagkaton. No? So, most likely, ambot kung saan na siya. Kay mahog man gid ni nga dili na kita kasalig ani inani nga sistema, no? Kay nangupya ra man gihapon, no? Sama sa akong istorya, kinsa may giilad ninyo kung mangupya mo, kamo ra gihapon. Okay? So I hope kabalo mo sa inyong consequence kung magpadayon mo ang inani nga sistema, no? Makita na ko diri sa inyong kuan, no? Nga nangupya ra gihapon mo. Ang nagkopya gyud unta ang ato ang angay nga tukon. Pero sige na lang, no? So please consider this as a warning. Okay? Hope positive to siya. But this one, okay ang kuan, but laminis ka nga comment, no? Okay, very, very honest. Kanya mo niyan, taang dili na ko gusto, no? Sa group activity. Now, while some of our members were attentive and collaborated to find solutions or collaborative to find solutions, others were not actively participating in our group chat or task. So if this is the case, murag inyo mang ma-reflect sa inyong score dire. And then of course, ako ginintawgon ning mga tawhana nga dili kaayo mo participate sa inyong activity. Okay? I might need you to specify kinsa jud kaha ning dili kaayo mo tabang, especially sa group leader, no? Ang group leader mo ay mo bantay jud ani. So mga negative ni akong comments nga akong nakita kay para ma-aware mo nga ako ning gibasa ang inyong gipampadala, no? Mao ni atong tuyo nga I could see unsay performance, no? Di man gid maabot sa ako, okay, wala man jud ko diha. So thank you so much sa nagpadala o ginani nga comment, ng honest nga comment nga makaingon ko kinsa jud ang kuan, kinsa jud ang ato ang tawgon kung dili mo perform sa ilahang trabaho, no? Mo magpasagad lang unya mangopya lang pod sa unsay itubag. Okay? So I hope dili na ni siya mausab ha. Sige, going back to our lesson, let me share. Same with our resources. We will go with the module, that's the PDF, and of course, we will go um, with a PPT. Now, just very briefly, okay, I will go back. Again, we are now on quarter two, and we only have one module for quarter two. Actually, do have, but the other one is repetitive. Okay. Last time, we were talking about research instruments. Akong ipakita lang ha, para maklaro na to. Okay, we were talking about research instrument and then establishing its validity and what is validity and reliability. Like I mentioned, I might offer or give another video in constructing an instrument. In particular, I could just give you an overview of a basic questionnaire uh, for Likert scale. No? Now we discussed this with the last video about validity and reliability. Of course, instrument or instrumentation ng gawas na dito. Okay? So, asa gamito ng instrument? Of course, gamiton ni nato para sa pag-collect sa atong data. Kunya ighuman og collect, ato po ni siyang i-analyze. Okay? This is titled Planning Data Collection, but particularly which is focused on data collection and ato na ilahos ang data analysis. Okay? Na ako ni duha ka sources of data. Primary data collected from the original source, meaning kamo joy nagkuha ani sa information directly coming from you. There is another one, secondary, collected through observation or questionnaires in a natural setting and obtained from secondary sources, no? Primarily, dili gikan sa inyo ha. Gikuha na lang sa inyo reports, books, journals, magazines, or on the web. Okay? Ang keyword is primary, kamo, secondary, gikuha na lang ninyo sa uban kadto nga data and presented it. Okay. Now, this one, mao ni pamaagi sa pag-collect sa data. Mao ni pinakakuha na to, no? Pinaka-famous survey, a research method involving use of interviews and standardized questionnaires. So, pwede siya interview, pwede po siya buhaton na questionnaire. Pero unsay pinaka mas dali or ideal na to, we go with standardized questionnaire. Na? Interviews na ay daghang klase nga interview. Face-to-face, telephone, computer, pero murag wala na jud kayo ning telephone. Mostly, we go with either face-to-face or computer-assisted or using the internet. Okay? Na-lockdown na siya. We have your, this is still under survey, under questionnaires. Shall be completed in writing. Ang respondent may masuwat ani. This makes use of a checklist depende kung sa ang inyong data nga kwaon na questionnaire. Na ay part sa questionnaire nga dili na kayo na to i-discuss. Pero ang basic ani is of course you would have your identification. Kasagara, we would write the name, but we would say it's optional, no? Meaning they could write or pwede ra po dili. And then should be a bit of introduction, no? Unsay purpose, kay mao man ni siya ethical consideration. And then of course, do not forget your instruction kung sa ilang buhaton. And then the questions and responses codes. Okay? Uh, Daghang klase na as mentioned above, pencil, online, or self-administered. Ang common na to ani is pasulaton, meaning personal, or we can have it online. We will not go through the type of scale measurement because this has been discussed as basically part of your variables. Okay, na mo gud saan pag-analyze ani. Okay, observation, noting characteristics of their personal setting. Commonly done for uh, qualitative data, no? If you really have to observe. Mag-conduct po kag experiment, pwede po. Test, official statistics, content analysis that I'm not so familiar of, but let me read, refers to analysis of documents and text that seek to quantify contents in terms of categories. Okay. So, uh, taking from this one, this would be a type of research that is not so common. This would basically fall under review of related literature as a part of a research methodology, yeah? Because you would have to analyze documents and put it together as a as a kind of a theme or categories. Okay. Mao ni siya ay pamaagi, quantitative approach. Okay? Dapat natin research question. Claro? Okay. Well, conceptualization, values, use, and how will be defined. Okay. Conceptualization in terms of unsaon na to pag pag-analyze. Okay? Unsa nga value ang ato ang kwaon. Three, operational measures kana ni siya for validity. Unsay buhaton to check. Okay? Coding, sampling, reliability, statistical check, and tabulation and representation. Primarily, ang common na to is we go with sampling and then we go with statistical check and then tabulation and representation, which I believe are the three basic general steps no? In data collection and analysis. Okay, another here, another decide the type of data collection method. This this one can importante ni no? Describe whose person was sought. Okay, of course, you will have a naamoy generic nga letter na tagaan ta mo format ana nga mag-conduct na mo research addressed to of course our administration or school principal nga mag-conduct yun mo o study especially kadtong ang ilang respondents na sa eskwelahan ug of course kadtong mugawas sa eskwelahan. Arrange the schedule as to when instruments will be administered, correct, of course, that will be part of the letter. Add details of the arrangement instruments if needed. Okay, these are the steps in writing the data collection. These are the things that we would normally do. No? Okay, wala na ni siya, but this is just an example. And then analysis nga medyo complicated gani siya. Now, I am not so good in terms of data analysis. So what I would recommend you to find a math teacher. I am confident with the teachers I know in senior high school and I think na under Manila. So please go and ask them. Okay? Sige. Ari na ta sa data analysis using statistics. This will also be included in the PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Kaning coding system. This is described as verbally expressed data into numerical. Now, nganong inani man siya, no? If you have male and female, ang data analysis magod, especially if you have Excel, um, it will not read uh, words in there. So you would have to code, no? Similar with the idea of qualitative, which is coding, most likely thematic analysis, no? Instead of writing male, you write one, and then two for female. Common kayo ni siya nga coding system sa Excel. Again, sa inyuhang under Excel, it will be mostly what you call this numbers. Wala na yung words dito. No? At our topic would be about quantitative measurements. Data tabulation, yes. So when you have your questionnaire already, inyo nang i-arrange o unsa nga software niyo gigamit on how to arrange the data on a table format, data tabulation. Okay, this is just a sample of how it looks like, and this is more on percentage. Percentage falls under a separate, which is a bit easy. You just have to gather and multiply it to 100, no? Pila ka buok gas, pila ka buok BPP, pila ka buok EIN. Okay? They also have this one, strongly agree, neutral agree, but it doesn't show much in this, dili kayo ni mo ma-appreciate kung inani ang pag-present niya. But this is just in terms of pila ka buok ning agree, pila ka buok ni disagree, and then pila ka buok ni strongly agree. The presentation is on a percentage format. So kani siya, na? Mao ni pinakadali na to. Descriptive lang. Ato lang gi-summarize pila ka buok sila, frequency distribution, and measures of central tendency. That is your mean, median, mode. Okay? Mao ni pinakadali na to. Okay, central tendency. And then frequency distribution would fall under, or percentages would fall under frequency distribution. Okay. There are technicalities over here that it will be your math teacher, statistic teacher, could best describe on this type of statistical analysis. Okay. For inferential, okay, I am quite familiar with one, and that is your t-test over here. Yeah. This would only happen if you have a hypothesis, like I mentioned, no? Especially if your hypothesis would start with there is no significant difference, or there is no relationship or correlation between variables. Kung relationship, it would fall under correlation, and for uh, no significant difference would fall under the test. Inferential statistics ni siya. Okay? Ang sayon-sayon is ang descriptive statistics. Okay. Now, there is a step in here, but this is only limited to t-test because it is mentioned here as a p value. Okay, so once again, please to ask your uh, math teachers to assist you into analyzing your data, especially if you are using inferential statistics. Okay, like I said, I might go with a separate discussion about Likert scale, and I will be using the tool that I have in analyzing Likert scale for that matter. Okay? Uh, Ulahin na ni siya. Kay data collection o data analysis pa man siya. So let me stop share and then go to the PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Under PowerPoint, we will just go directly with data analysis. No, data collection procedure. Okay. Data collection procedure. So na siya yung mga key elements in here, no? Okay, it is important to kinsa atong pananghiran. Okay, as I mentioned, mananghid kita sa administration nga magkondukta sa atong research. Describe when instruments will be administered. I would say that prepare your instruments. When will it be administered? Of course, kung kinsa ang ato ang tagaan. Na? These are just details of uh, uh, protocols in data collection. Of course, we go primarily with dapat mananghid ta or kinsa atong panang hiran. Okay, this section indicates how the data will be analyzed and reported. It should specify the qualitative. We go with quantitative methods that will be used in analyzing the data gathered for research. In writing the section, describe analysis to be done. For each research question. So, babalik na po tayo sa research question or our statement of the problem. Commonly, we have statistical test if we have stated a hypothesis. Okay, this is already a given, no? Uh, Point 0.5, this is the level of, uh, say, 0.05 as the level of significance. Um, Level of confidence would mean that the zero point 0.5 actually level of significance or the margin of error. The level of confidence would be 95%, meaning sa may pasabot. 95% ka that you are sure nga okay kayo imuhang data, no? Naalang kay 5% nga margin of error, basin medyo sayo pang imuhang data. Only for this type of research. But for clinical, kanang sama sa tambal, I think they're only allowed to make mistake by 1%, the margin of error. Kita, 5% ang gihatag. Okay, data analysis procedure. As mentioned, scoring system kung naa. Avoid giving some procedure for the reader is good to know this or look them up in the reference. Okay. Normally, we would put formulas still para makita kung saan pag-calculate. But in here, it says avoid. Not for the respondents, but for us. You can put it in here. Unsa nga klase, no? They are divided into kwan. For descriptive, I am confident with measures of central tendency. You can use this with Jamovie. We can also use this with uh, Excel. I have explored Excel a bit. For inferential, of course, not all of these are available, but daghan available dito. You just have to press on the equal sign given on which area you want to calculate. Now, it says here parametric and non-parametric, very technical na siya, na? So please do ask your mathematical teacher. But commonly for inferential, we go with correlation, Pearson R. Now, and of course, it says here for categorical or continuous parametric kaning t-test. I have used t-test and I'm quite familiar with Pearson correlation nga available na siya sa Excel and Jamovie. Sige. So this is just an overview of unsa nga klase nga statistical analysis ang inyong buhaton nga atol aning basa-basahon kay di na ko ka-discuss ani, ha? Okay. So kanila ni siya kanada example dire. So let's go with the example. Bullying incidents and grade 11 students attendance. Unsa kaha ni siya? Naay bullying incidents na apoy attendance. So unsa kaha ang klase sa research design ani, no? It could either be descriptive pero attendance o bullying man. So this is mostly correlational. Let's see. Okay, what's the given? Ato na lang ilaos tanan, ha? Alang-alang, late, selected due to specific. One section with class of 40 is randomly selected. Okay, random sampling. Okay, but purpose from multi-stage na siya. If purposely selected ang school, but then from this school, okay, random selection sila. Okay, unsa nga instrument? Sorry, let's click on this. Na I self-made questionnaire with three questions. The first question is based on bullying experience. Okay, ang first question. Ang second nga question, unsa ko nga klase nga bully? O kang ikatulo is number of absences. Gibully ba sila? Second is unsa nga klase nga bully? And this is number of absences. Now, medyo compact ra kaayo siya just for you to get the idea of how this is done. The questionnaire will be pilot tested. Nganong gi-pilot tested man? Kay this is self-made. Okay? It needs to undergo reliability and validity testing. Validity means na ay expert ka mo check kung maabot gid ni siya. And then for reliability, normally we go with the statistical test for the Cronbach alpha. Okay? The questionnaire is subjected to content validity of expert as I mentioned. Content validity lang siya ang gibuhat. Okay, akong gidikit dire kay gi-mention man gud nila kung unsa nga klase nga test na parametric and non-parametric. Ari tas ilahang data analysis na parametric and non-parametric. The data and perceivable attendance will be treated to simple percentage. Uh, Percentage lang, that is descriptive statistics. Pero naamanggoy data will be treated to simple and will be presented in a bar graph. So makita ninyo saan pag-present. Na? The test of difference in two will be one paired t-test. Okay? Ug naapod siya independent sample t-test. Unsa to ilang ikuan? Ang ilahang the test of difference on two groups. Naabay kalahian ang duha ka grupo gamiton ang t-test ug independent sample which falls under inferential, no? T-test o independent sample. Okay, let's go to next. I think that's it. All right. So as an overview, for the whole chapter 3, we were able to look into particular research design. We talked about sampling. Okay, we talked about instruments, which involves reliability and validity. We did not talk about intervention. Primarily, this is for experimental procedure, and of course, data collection. And there should be data analysis also as well, not just collection. Okay, I think this is just a very brief overview of how to collect your data and then how to analyze your data. I will try to make a video nga common sa to ang mogamit og Likert scale and how to analyze it using Excel. Okay, that's it for this presentation, and let me just stop share so you can see my whole face. Okay, happy learning.